He's got a really great marketing plan in place for when PvP comes out, but there's still a lot to do. And as we even saw from a tweet from Nick from Illuvium, there's a lot going on behind the scenes with PvP, and they're gearing up for launch. They're working damn hard on this thing, it sounds like. And TSG is required elsewhere at the moment, so I'm just going to go by myself today with the download. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check it out next week, last week, the week before. This is the best place to get all of your Illuvium news, especially things you might have missed from the Discord. I don't have heaps to go over today, but I actually have some really good stuff. So we're going to cover it off. The first one is a bit of a fan favorite. I can see this thing popping up all over Twitter and everything. People are loving this animation. Now, I'm pretty sure it's not rendered fully, and that's why it's so grainy, but let's have a watch. It's actually so cute. I believe this is Wink, which does have an Illuvatar right now. But the ears are really adorable. I love the fur, and I love the personality. That's probably my favorite part about this one. It's so different from all the other Illuvials. And I like how it has some very feline characteristics. This is one of my favorite Illuvials. And one of my favorite animations, really. It has so much personality. There's no other way I can describe it. So the next one we'll jump into is some of this Johnny stuff, right? And let me just double check something. And he talks about how it's now called alluvial material. So before it was called biomaterial, and now it's called alluvial material. And I believe that it's the skin thing you make. If we go to the next one, we can see a bit more detail on Johnny explaining more or less how the blueprints and all that sort of stuff will function. And he puts it really well here. So basically the idea will go is you have your blueprint plus the alluvials. So you'll essentially sacrifice some alluvials. If it's an Atlas blueprint, then you'll sacrifice Atlases. This will also cost you fuel. And then you'll produce a skin, which I think is what he's referring to when he says alluvial material. You'll create this alluvial material. It's very specific. It's very specific to Atlas, I suppose, in this case. I know. So it's specific to a specific item. Okay. So this would be a Cooker's Energy Armor 1 skin. All right. But it doesn't really fit the ideas we had about deconstructing the reused skin, specifically the alluvial commitment required to make the skin. He's saying that in response to someone else's message, but basically what he's saying is your alluvial plus fuel, which he just said, so here's what it would happen, is you create your alluvial material. And then you'll have your blueprint plus the alluvial material, plus the item, let's say it's a shield, that specific shield, plus the dyes and the fuel, and you get a skinned item. All right. So basically, if this is what's to be believed, the idea would be that you don't need a blueprint to make the alluvial material, but to actually apply it to any items you would. So you can deconstruct this item. You'll still keep the blueprint, I believe. I don't think it gets consumed in here. But you'll be able to deconstruct the item and get your shield back, and maybe you'll apply something else to it. But you won't be able to deconstruct the alluvial material to get back your fuel or the alluvial DNA. So if you sacrifice those Atlases for that Atlas alluvial material, that is permanent. However, if you use that alluvial material and attach it to a weapon or whatever, you can take it off that weapon and put it on a different one. Maybe they have randomized stats or something. I don't know why you would want to necessarily, because they can really only go on one type of thing, so it doesn't make heaps of sense unless it's a sale thing. Maybe they're worth more separately or something. I don't know. But there's definitely going to be a reason for it. But this is some really interesting stuff that I did not know before, and I'm hoping some of you guys did not know, and you just learned something just then. So we'll move on to the next thing. The next thing we've got is Nick saying here that we're wrapping up Sepolia migration as of last night, so it shouldn't be much longer. I just realized this is outdated because they just announced that SILV2 is back. After some small battles in the Beyond, or more accurately with Sepolia and Chainlink. I thought this was a pretty funny pun. Credit to Johnny for this one. The SILV2 purchase option for Illuvian Beyond discs is back. We are back in action. I cannot wait to go grab some SILV2, get some more discs and play. And don't forget this weekend, well, every Saturday Australian time, I'm going to be streaming Illuvium and other Web3 games. In this case, we're definitely doing some Battle in the Beyond. I will give away discs. It will be a lot of fun. Don't forget to tune in then. You can see the schedule on my Twitch. Sorry for the delay, but yeah, that's all sorted. So SV2 is back for buying your Illuvium Beyond discs. Okay, the next one we have here is Battle in the Beyond is live. And let's really quickly check out the platform. Right here, you can see it. I have definitely logged in here before, but I don't know if it's going to show me. You can see current battles and things like that. There's one happening right now. Battles are pretty frequent right now, not crazy frequent. A bunch of people do 5 mega discs. I know people are asking each other in the Discord, I have some discs, do you want to battle and all that sort of stuff. So that's really sweet as well. But there's some really awesome stuff happening. As for the leaderboards, you can see I've been knocked down to number 4 now. I think Johnny just took it over by about 60 points, which is pretty crazy. I've done well so far, but that's really unfortunate. He got a hollow Allura, which really set him over the edge. I don't even know how I pulled it off. I just had 2 really good pulls. And then you've also got the standard leaderboard, which is pretty sweet. And we can see this leaderboard is even going up to 66. So 66 people have the standard Liz Pass, which is pretty sweet to see. And then we can also see the free leaderboard just for anyone. And it goes up to almost 200, I believe. No, sorry. It goes up to 120 places is what is currently on the free leaderboard. So people are getting involved in Battle Beyond. It's really awesome. It's great to see. Yeah, exciting times. There's so much happening in Illuvium right now. And the Battle in the Beyond is... I had tested it a bit, and I still didn't expect it to be this good. When I tested it, it was so buggy. It was kind of unbearable doing the matches a little bit. Like, they barely worked. Like, you would click it, and then it would flip, but it would take like 3 seconds, and it was really weird. But it's crisp now. It's really, really solid experience. It is awesome, awesome to play. The other thing we should check out is that on the launch of Battle and Beyond, there was a live Battle and Beyond launch party, of which I was also a part of the stream. And I got to have my matches. I lost to Illumination in the 3-disc standard disc battle. And then I managed to beat him in the 1-disc mega disc battle. So that was pretty lucky. But yeah, it was just a bit of fun, a bit of goofing. And it was a good time. That's all good, TSG. That's all good. All right. The next one we've got. So we're almost at the end. That's Battle and Beyond, so I'm pretty sure that's not what I was after. Oh, right. So this is really interesting. I'm not going to harp on it too long, but the peer review, which was an IIP that got passed earlier on in this epoch, where basically twice an epoch, but it got passed a bit past like the first period it would have been. So we only did it once this epoch. Essentially twice an epoch, everyone reviews each other on the council. They put through like, I think this person did really well with participation. This person did really well with proposal development. And you go through that entire process. And those numbers have just come out and they can be found in the governance news section. I'll bring it back up again. And they're really sweet. There was also some feedback you could give each other. I don't know if we're going to get to see that. I feel like I keep missing it somehow. Anyways, unimportant. And it's really sweet stuff. So this is a really cool idea. The other one we've got is... it shows all the meeting attendances and rationales provided and things like that. Based on excused absences and things like that, it's pretty solid stuff. Like, it's nothing crazy. Most people are pretty much 100% high up. So all the council members did their duties this epoch, which is really awesome to see. And these scores are all pretty moderate as well. I'm not going to go into too big a detail on any of them or anything like that. But it was pretty cool to see that the council's evolving, it's improving. And this is one way that it's really going to achieve that. And that's very exciting to me. Crystal was sitting alone in the Twitch chat. Apologies, Crystal. Apologies. Is this a repeat of last night? There is no repeat. No, this is an actual stream. This is an actual stream. Apologies that I split it between this and Twitch. All right. So the next one we'll jump into is this poll right here. And I wanted to spend a bit more time on this one. So Illuvium asked, what in-game cosmetics do you want to achieve most? Check the video below for some of what is in store. And Dick Kings, I'm assuming, made this. He's been making all the stuff lately. Did a really good job showing this stuff off. We're going to watch it now. That's a really nice tune. I really want to harp on those blasts. They've been developed pretty quickly. They're very, very exciting. Like, look at even that fireball. And I actually really like the one in the middle with like the void thing. Very, very cool. I have no idea if they're going to be in the PvP beta. I hope one default one is, but we'll see how we go. Maybe TSG knows and he can tell us. So this is a really cool leak, but this poll is the most interesting part of this leak for sure. And that is that skins got 50%, emotes only 7%, battle boards 28%, and drone blast at 15%. I must mention that battle boards and drone blasts were a lot closer earlier on in this poll, and skins was just over 50%. Now it's just under 50%. But this is insane. I don't know why you guys like the Ranger skins that much, but if you ask me, they're at the bottom of my list of what I hope or what I'm most excited for. Battle boards is definitely at the top, and then maybe drone blast and emotes for one simple reason. Ranger skins you can't really show off until there's like overworld multiplayer. Maybe it'll be visible in PvP. I'm really not sure. If it is, that's kind of cool, but just not as cool as a drone blast and not as cool as a battle board. Let's be honest. So I don't know why people are so obsessed with the skins. Also, they don't have a whole lot of SFX that we've seen so far, at least. Maybe when that gets added, I'll change my tune. But until that does, the battle boards for sure have the most impact on your gameplay experience in making it feel really cool and really interesting. And I can't wait for them so much. Okay, so TSG says the battle boards are kind of ready, but they won't be included in the PvP beta, which I think is fair enough. And Crystal will like me to bring TSG on. TSG is a bit too busy right now, Crystal. I'm sorry to say, but we're almost done with the stream, so you can stop dealing with my voice then. All right, so the next one is what I just showed you. Hold on. And the next one here is these leaks just dropped by Grant. And I want to take a little bit of time to go through these a little bit more meticulously because I think they're pretty sick. So we'll jump through them. Almost done. There wasn't a whole lot to do this week, TSG. What do you want from me? Okay, so we've got this one here. And you can see, I wish I could zoom in more. But it looks really, really nice. The overall scenery, the battle board, the lighting is one of my favorite parts of this. It's just like the lighting and all the illuvials and stuff. I don't even know if League of Legends and TFT has lighting in the game. Obviously, that would be harder to run on PC, so it makes a lot of sense. But there's no like dynamic lighting and shadows and stuff. And I think that's going to make the game feel a lot more complete when you're playing it, which is really, really cool. How's it going, Mr. Vince on Twitch? So this one here is another screenshot from in-game to some degree. I have no idea if this is actually in-game. It'd be pretty cool if you could zoom out that far. If anyone knows if we can zoom out, that'd be pretty sick. The sign-in screen is killer, absolutely. The next one we've got is Gyro, or Revo. I'm going to say Gyro. I really like that one. I really, really like it. This Illuvial is actually really growing on me, both in the game and outside of the game. I do think his headpiece is a little bit weird, and he's a little bit too creepy for me, but he's starting to really grow on me, so maybe I'll change my tune. Next one is this beautiful Floralinx. Maybe a Stoic Floralinx, or is that Bulwark? Virtuous Floralinx. Oh, look at the way the leaves and everything shake. That's insane. Might be one of my favorite leaks ever. So good, so good. All right, the next one is a Zephyrlynx. Maybe a relentless Zephyrlynx, but that roar is killer. I wonder how they even created that roar. We need more of these audio bite things that Grant showed us. It's actually pretty crazy. I love it. If you guys want to buy Illuvians, don't forget to click the link that Nightbot just dropped in the chat. Okay. The next thing is this flyby thing. I posted a tweet asking if you noticed the difference in this. That was me genuinely asking because I don't see anything different. It looks pretty cool, but I don't think it's anything too crazy. It's a really nice sweep, though. I would have liked to see like the terrain change up a little bit or something like that, or maybe the grass is a bit more dynamic, but we didn't really get any of that. And the lighting feels really pink. I don't know what's up with that. But it does look cool nonetheless and really shows the scale of the map, which is a big thing with Illuvium. So I definitely think it's cool. It's just from an old video. Yeah, figured. This is sick. I have no idea what it's for. I don't really care, but it's cool. Oh, so that's happening while you play PvP. Why would you have a female ranger as a card in your deck? Doesn't make any sense. But either way, I think that animation is really, really cool. So I love it. This battle board looks absolutely awesome. I don't know if we've played on this battle board when in Crimson. I don't think we have. But it's looking fantastic. This battle board as well. I like how it's in the middle of like the poison swamp. It's like, don't step off or you're going to die. That'd be a pretty cool mechanic where Illuvials might be able to like knock each other off the board. That'd be really fun. And maybe it's only powerful in certain regions. I think that'd be pretty cool. Good morning, Kevin. How's it going, man? The next thing we've got here is the Tiger Boreal League. Not as cool as some of the other Tiger leagues, but I still really like this one. I'm excited for Tiger. It's probably going to be one of my favorite regions. Crystal Shores is going to be sick. I don't know how much it's going to mess with my brain because it just looks so bright and colorful. But Tiger is looking really awesome. I cannot wait to explore that region. And yeah, that's all I've got. That's all I've got in terms of leagues. If you guys have any questions or anything for me, shoot now. I'll be able to answer them. I'll stay on for another 5 minutes and we'll go through all that. But yeah, it's good. Illuvium's cooking. I'm very excited for PvP. I've got a lot cooking behind the scenes for myself. My Substack newsletter won't be coming out this week, probably next week. Unfortunately, if anyone hasn't subscribed to that, then please do so. I really appreciate it. What do you personally want to see with marketing for PvP? I'm stuck with this because I currently already half know what you've got planned. So there's nothing really I can say. I definitely think things like Facebook ads, YouTube ads and stuff are wasted. Probably not worth it. Influencers and stuff covering it is cool and all, but I think big tournament type stuff is really strong in Web3. I'm not just saying that because I'm totally trying to plan a bunch of my own tournaments. I genuinely think that some of the biggest activations that I've seen on my Twitter feed that have been reposted, retweeted, and caught my attention the most have been things like $100,000 prize pool and win $1,000 this weekend. And especially the metalcore ones that had a lot of 3-4 day things where you're like play during these times and you can earn, well, not necessarily earn money, but if you win money and it's sick. And there's a lot of people playing, you can get into it, enjoy it. It's the engagement side of things that really catches my attention for a game I'm not familiar with. And I'd like to see that added into the marketing. But I love what you've got planned. I love all the idea of Web2 influencers covering Illuvium, but more them getting excited about Illuvium. I don't necessarily see them as bringing in thousands of players. I don't necessarily think we need that. I think we've got enough with Web3 for the beta. But I like the idea of them getting excited about Illuvium and promoting awareness of the brand and the IP, because that's a great way for it to grow and reach different audiences that we're not reaching right now, which is going to be important for the long run. So I like both. Crystal, I was thinking about that today. My plan was already to take the week off when PvP drops. And I'm thinking of just doing like a 7-day stream. Like I'll sleep and everything, but I'll just like leave the camera running for 7 days straight, leave the stream running, and I'll play as much PvP as I can, eat on stream, all the rest of it. I might be going a little bit crazy with that, but I think it could be fun. I know, Vince. I get you. I want to play Arena too. Don't worry. But not 7 days, maybe a 5-day stream, but you get the idea. It's the same thing. I think that'd be hype because then I could try and get to the top of the leaderboard, try lots of different decks. I think if we didn't have a team builder, I definitely wouldn't consider it. But since we do, I like the idea of being able to switch up the decks and stuff like that. Probably play some Overworld in between, maybe other Web3 games. Just go hard on Web3 streaming for like 5 days straight. That would be insane. I guess you can watch me sleep. The green screen kind of gets in the way, so I'd have to fix that. But besides that. What question? What are your thoughts on tournaments and Illuvium League when PvP comes out? I'm working on an Illuvium League. I'm getting there. I've done some pretty cool stuff behind the scenes. I'm working on that. We just need Illuvium to endorse it, but I think it's going to be valuable. Talk about the league. Oh, you're trying to set me up. Well, currently I've only just sent the message and I haven't really okayed it or anything like that, but I managed to get together the leaders and or tournament organizers from 9 different guilds, including myself. And so I've got those 9 different guild leaders all in one room. And now we're constructing an Illuvium global league, which will mean that everyone only needs to register for this league once. And whenever anyone runs a tournament, you get a holistic ranking, holistic match history, all the rest of it. If I participate in a Wildfire and a Hyperion and an Alpha Origins tournament, then I'll have the one ranking for the entire league rather than like 50 individual rankings for all these different people. And as we build this out, more people will join and we'll just build one of the greatest gaming leagues in all of Web3, really. I don't necessarily want to include other Web3 games, but it might make sense in the future. You never know. It might be separate global league, and I can organize that too. Who knows? When you try to give the host a hint. Yeah, Crystal, damn straight. But yeah, no, so that's really sick. I'm doing some other stuff. I'm working on tournament stuff with Jimbo, so that's very, very exciting. I know Crystal loved that. Crystal saw the stream the other day. We were testing stuff, but it's very, very exciting. So there's a lot going on. I also want to add in things like Battle and the Beyond into this entire global league and things like that. And it won't count for the same thing. It won't be like, if you do a Battle and Beyond tournament, we'll be able to keep it all in the same place, but it won't necessarily add to your ranking as like a PvP tournament will. So it'll just be a one-stop shop for everything. And as platforms build out their tournament organizers and stuff, at some point, I'm sure it will be migrated into something a little bit different. But for now, I've got something that's going to be working and everyone's on board, hopefully, and it'll be a lot of fun. And then hopefully Illuvium's like, sweet, we'll send people to you. Well, to all of you, because all the guilds are on the same team. And that's what's most important here. I think all of us working on our own agency is really weird to me. Like, I don't want to, like, Wildfire can host as many tournaments as it wants, but players are going to want to play in every guild's tournament. There's no, you want to only have Wildfire people in your tournament. That doesn't make any sense. So everyone working together and growing as a group is what's going to make us all collectively more united than other Web3 games you're going to see in the space. Although they're all pretty good, to be honest. Maybe Web2 are the really divided ones, but you get what I'm trying to say. And yeah, I'm going to head off now. I've got a lot of work to do, a lot of OBS scenes to create, but it's been fun. And I can't wait to see you all again soon. Don't forget to tune in for next week. Don't forget to tune in for my stream this weekend. I will have to add an overlay for that. Have a good one.